Next up in our small batch 2-hop series is beer number 4, Cascade Centennial with Cherry Wood Smoked Malt. Welcome back, everybody. So again, today is beer number 4. This is part of the 2-hop series where we're using 2 hops, maybe 1 grain, maybe 2 grain, maybe 3. But this is using Cherry Wood Smoked Malt. I'll put a picture up of the bag I got because I don't remember the exact manufacturer of it, but this is using 2 pounds 4 ounces of the 2-row. Now on this one I did keep it at 2 pounds 4 ounces. On some of the later ones I did dial that back. The hard part about doing these is I have 6 to 7 batches going at a time. So it usually takes about a month for fermentation, then to carb. So I don't really know what's going to work, what's not. So on this one I did leave it, like I said, at 2 pounds 4 ounces of the 2-row, then 4 ounces of the Cherry Wood Smoked Malt. Usually smoked malt, it's going to be very dominant, so I didn't want to use that much. We did that experiment with the Cascade Centennial oat version where I used half a pound and it was way too much. In a later video we will be comparing this to some of the other ones. But at least for the first time I want to do its own review so that way we can find out what it's bringing to the table, and in this case that Cherry Wood Smoked Malt is what we're looking at. This was bottled on 8/29/18. This is the beginning of October, so a little bit over a month old. This came in at 7.14%. I think this is a little bit higher than most of the other ones. I also have to note I was shooting for a mash-in temp of 154, and when it was done it was 156, so a little bit higher. So we're probably going to see a little thicker body maybe when it goes up against the other ones. I would say less sugar because we are that mash-in is going up, but it's over 7%. There is some more malt in there, so more sugars are going to come out. So it should be a little bigger beer. Original gravity was 14 bricks or 1058. This one ended at 6 bricks. That is on a refractometer, so we do have to do calculation to get the true ABV. So let's go ahead and open this and see what we think. I will be using this cherry smoked malt in other brews, other small batches. It's just I picked it up. I've seen it at my local homebrew store for a while, and I wanted to pick it up, and I figured, hey, while we're testing these, let's go ahead and throw it into the mix. We did get a little bit of a hiss. I can see some bubbles coming up. This is using the Cooper's carbonation tablets, 2 of them, which if you've been following me, you'll know this is a 22-ounce bottle, so we might be over carb just a little bit. Let's go ahead and get it into the glass. See what we think. There we go. Stop there. I do have a lot of settlement and stuff on the bottom. We are using the Mr. Beer kits, either the 2-gallon or 1.5 glass carboy, and I'm bottling directly out of that carboy. So the spigot's on there, open it up, go. So we are going to get some trub, some hop particles because of the dry hop that's in there. Head is white. It's almost translucent, but it's not even half a finger of head on there. Color wise, nice bright yellow color. There is some particles, like I said, floating in there, a little haze, not very much though. Not as many bubbles as I was thinking. I would say medium bubble level. Let's go ahead and smell. Now this is using Cascade Centennial, so the for the hop, since I didn't go over that, 0.25 ounces of Cascade at 60 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Centennial at 10 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Cascade 5 minutes left in the boil. Dry hop is 0.25 ounces of each, 3 days into fermentation. Excuse me. Okay, let's smell. I'm getting that floral note, floral, a little herbal, but with the Cascade up front, I think you would get that. Cascade has a dominant smell, in my opinion, of that floral. Maybe a little sweet malt. I'm not going to say cherry or fruit or smoked. I don't get that out of here. It smells like our first batch that I made with the Cascade Centennial. Let's go ahead and get a taste. I think there's some smoke, it is a little bit more woodsy. I think it actually goes well with that Cascade. We're going to have to do side by sides to see, because it tastes fresh, like you're getting that floral up front, you're getting that citrus. The citrus, I'm guessing, is coming from the Centennial more than the Cascade. And it's through the whole palate, nice and smooth. Medium body level, I would say. Maybe a touch of toasted bread in there. There's something different, and that's why I was saying smoked. It's almost like it's very fresh. Those hops are sticking out, and they come through at the beginning of the palate, then towards the middle to the end. There's something there. Then maybe a touch of yeast, a touch of bitterness, grapefruit bitterness from the Centennial. I think there's like a woodsy smoke, nothing cherry like that, at least that I can pull out of just doing this. Very good, easy drinking, smooth body, medium. I would say this is better than the number one, so Cascade Centennial. But I'm not really getting that cherry, if that's really what's going to come out of that malt. There's a little bit of sweetness in there too. I think that helps. You get that floral citrus up front, a little bit of sweetness going back into I'm going to say woodsy with a little bit of smoke. Then some grapefruit bitterness in there goes away. Aftertaste, there is a little sweet malt in there with some more grapefruit rind, some citrus rind, I would say. I think this is good. I wish I had. Now, this is in the 22-ounce bottles. Here coming up in some more reviews, I actually switched to the 12-ounce bottles so we could keep them longer and review them for up to 7 months. We'll review them one a month per recipe. But yeah, I think this is drinking just fine. It's not overcarbed, which has surprised me because every other 22-ounce beer we've had has been overcarbed. Carbonation levels just fine. So yeah, yeah, solid beer right now. Let me know if you've used that Cherry Wood Smoke and how you've used it. Now, this is a 1.25 gallon batch going into the carboy, so 1 gallon overall that I'm trying to bottle. Let me know how much you've used of that malt if you've used it. If you like this video, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. And until next time, happy brewing.